Hello, I've got a question for you this morning. Do you love yourself? Do you believe in self-love and self-care? Or are you one of those people that puts everybody and everything else first? If you do, you may want to have a rethink, because that is not good for you mentally and physically, for your health. Okay, if you're putting everybody else first except yourself, you are heading the wrong way for a long sleep. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves first. We really must do this. Now, we've all heard the cliche of been on an aeroplane and the oxygen mask come down, and you have to put your own oxygen mask on first. Because if you try and help the person next to you get their mask on first, guess what? You're going to be unconscious before you get the mask on the other person. So we must always put our mask on first, yeah? Same on a ship, okay? If the alarm sounds and the ship is starting to sink even, and you've got to get to a life belt on, a life vest, you must put your own one on first, then help the person next to you. Because if you don't, you're the one that's going to go in the yoggin and have no support. And it's the same in everyday life. We have to start taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. What do I mean? Well, okay, whether if you've got small kids, then I know, because I've been there, that getting a good 8 hours sleep is just not humanly possible, however you try it, yeah? So you've got to rest when you can. But for the others, yeah, that don't have young kids, we should be able to get, between 6 and 8 hours sleep a night. It's essential. We still don't know why it's essential, but we do know that if you sleep deprive a person, they go downhill really fast. So you've got to take care of yourself physically and mentally. When was the last time you went and had a health check? Got your blood checked and your, all the kind of stuff, all the physical things that we need to get checked to make sure everything is ticking over okay. It's crucial. For me, there's 5 areas. There's your mental health, physical health, relationships, your career, and your finances. Why have I put career and finances as part of self-love and self-care? It's simple. If you're in a job you don't enjoy, you don't like, you're going to spend most of your time being miserable. And if you're miserable, that's not good for you mentally or physically. So we need to do what we can to make that job enjoyable. Now, I know times are hard. I know it's probably not the best time to think about changing jobs, but you have to do what you can to make it enjoyable. Because if you're spending your whole day being miserable, guess what? That just drains you. It saps you of energy. It's not a good place to be. Finances. If you're giving all of your money away to your kids, to charity, to a friend, to your partner, why the hell are you working? What do you do for you? Do you ever treat yourself? Do you ever go out and buy yourself, a nice meal, a new coat, pair of shoes, whatever it is you're into? If you don't, why not? We have to take care of ourselves. We're only here once, okay? We have to do what we need to do to look after ourselves, take care of ourselves. Eat healthily, get exercise, get out in the fresh air, grounding, reconnecting with nature. This is good for our mental health, our spiritual health, and our physical health. When was the last time you learned something new? Whether it was, learn a new language, play an instrument, find out about a new subject, anything. Our brains need stimulation. They will stagnate like a pond that's run out of water if you don't feed your brain. You've got to feed your brain by taking exercise, but you also have to feed your brain by giving it new stuff to be interested in, new subjects, new things, new scenery, new places, new people. It really needs that, because if you don't, the connections start to die off. They just, like a stagnant pond, they just seize up and dry up, yeah? So we've got to keep those connections going. We've got to start looking into new subjects, new topics, new interests, new people, new places, the whole thing. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but only if the old dog wants to learn the new tricks. If you don't, then you're going to lose it. So it's critical that you You keep learning, you keep your thirst for knowledge open. Remember you as a child. When you was a child, you were forever inquisitive, you were forever curious, you were forever pestering your parents with a million questions. I mean, I remember one question when my youngest son, Raf, asked me, and I wrote a post about it ages ago, do I know anyone that could walk on water? You know, what the hell kind of question is that? But it was a question that he wanted an answer to, and I gave him my best shot to give him that answer. Yeah, be curious, be open-minded. One of the biggest problems that we have today in the Western world is that we're becoming polarized. We only see one view. We're only prepared to listen to people that agree with our way of seeing things, whether that's green, blue, orange, yellow, whether that's Brexit, anti-Brexit, whether that's conspiracy theories, whatever it is. We're not prepared to be open-minded anymore. I see this every single day. I see people that I would have thought were quite open-minded come out with the most ridiculous notions because they've seen somebody else post something and they just copy and paste. It's not good for you. You have to be open-minded. This is why we were created with this thing. Think about it this way. If we weren't meant to be open-minded, why would we have learned to question things? Why would we have learned to be curious? Why would we have two eyes and two ears and a mouth to ask questions? Why would we have these things? You know, think about it that way. We are meant to be open-minded. We're meant to have a broad view, a broad spectrum of things. You know, it is so important for our mental health, yeah, that we become these open-minded, curious children again. Childlike in our curiosity, childlike in our wanting to know more. Why does this work? Why does that work? How does that happen? You know, it's ridiculous that we don't do this. Just because you got older doesn't mean you don't have the right to be curious. Yeah, it does mean you have the right to be curious. It does mean you have the right to be open-minded. Don't let people pull you down one track. There are lots of different tracks, there are lots of different roads, there are lots of different routes, there are lots of different journeys, okay? It's important that you take different avenues. That's why I love living in the UK. The UK is such a hugely open, democratic country, in that we have people from all over the place. Yeah, it's such a cosmopolitan place, and I love it. I love that feeling, that vibe. Yeah, that we welcome people from all over the shop. The UK has had people from all over the place moving here since the UK was the UK and before then. Yeah, and it's great because that gives you the time and the opportunity to learn about new cultures, and well, not new, but different cultures, different way people live, new foods. I mean, you know, who doesn't love a curry or a Thai or an Indian or a Chinese or a Vietnamese or whatever, yeah? We wouldn't have those opportunities if we weren't open and letting people, you know, come in and live here and do different things. It's important that you get that vibe back. It's important that you don't march to the beat of somebody else's drum, yeah? It's critical that you march to the beat of your own drum, that you become open-minded again, that you become wide-eyed and curious and goggling and, oh my God, isn't that interesting? Yeah, get yourself to museums, get yourself to galleries, talk to people, stimulate your mind, especially if you're in business. If you're in business and you're not stimulating your mind, your business is going to have a hard time, because if you're closed-minded, if you've got a closed mindset, that you're putting that out to the world, and people don't want that. People want open-mindedness. People want enthusiasm. People want curiosity. People want to talk to interesting, exciting people. People want confident people. Confidence is sexy. We need to get sexy again. And I mean that from, you know, being curious and confident and happy and smiling. And if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not loving yourself, if you don't love who you are, my question to you is why? And are you doing anything about it to change? You can change your things. Some of the stuff, it's a challenge, I accept, yeah, it's not easy, but it is doable. If you found yourself locked in this cocoon of belief in one thing and nothing else, you know, you're not prepared to, you can break that cocoon. you can start to open your mind again. It's doable. You just have to say to yourself, okay, look, yeah, I've been stuck. I now want to get myself unstuck, so I'm going to start to be curious. Pick up a different newspaper, read a different website, talk to some different people, ring a friend you haven't spoken to in ages, go to a different pub. I mean, it makes me laugh. I piss myself laughing sometimes when people say, oh, the government want us to have a vaccine because they can put a microchip in us because they want to track us. They don't need to track you. Okay, if you work, they know which route you take to work because you take the same route every single day. If you've got a car, you buy your petrol from the same place every single day. You go to the same supermarket every single day. You watch the same kind of TV. You read the same newspaper, the same books. You talk to the same people. We do the same stuff day after day after day after day after day. The government or whoever you think is watching you doesn't have to put a chip in you. They just have to watch you for a day and they know what your life is like. Yeah, so get away from this stagnancy. Become more open. Take a different route to work. Maybe take the stairs instead of the elevator. Hi, Hina. Good morning to you. Go to a different pub. Go to a different supermarket. Now there's a risk, isn't it? Ooh, what happens if I go to Morrison's instead of Asda? Or what if I go to Tesco instead of Sainsbury's? Ooh, that's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? It's a very simple way to change your perspective, to change your view on things. Doing something simple but different, yeah? Taking a different route to work, getting off one bus stop early or one tube station early, going to work at a different time, sitting at a different desk in the library, going to a different pub, going to a different coffee shop, going to a different supermarket. All of these things. Try cleaning your teeth if you're right-handed with your left hand. Yeah, it gets your brain thinking, oh, bloody hell, why am I trying to clean my teeth with my left hand today when I've been doing it for the past 40 years with my right hand? This is about taking care of yourself. It's about stimulating the brain cells and getting you breathing and living and smiling and having fun again. How many people had fun this weekend? I mean, really giggly, laughy, did something, funny. What? It's true, Phil. We all do. We'll get trapped. We don't know it. We get trapped in this routine. And nobody sets this trap for us. It's not a government thing. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just routine. We get ourselves set into a routine of going from A to B to C to D to E to F to G every single day. And then on the weekend, we do the same things pretty much every single weekend if you work Monday to Friday. Yeah. What I'm suggesting is to get that curiosity back in your life, is to do something a bit different. Instead of going A, B, C, D, E, try going Z, Y, G, F, T, R, P, O, A, whatever. Yeah. It enlivens you. It brings back that curiosity. It makes life more fun. It makes you open to more opportunities. It brings new things into your life. It gets the blood flowing again. When was the last time you really felt your heart beating? When was the last time you thought, wow, I've never seen that before? My favourite, I mentioned this yesterday very briefly, but my favourite fictional character is Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes. And he says in one of the books to his mate Watson, you see, but you don't observe. And we all do this. There's a thing called situational awareness, which they teach in the military. It's about walking into a situation and being observant. For example, in your office, can you now picture exactly where the emergency exit is? Yeah. In your local pub, the one that you go to most often, can you picture where the emergency exit is? Do you know how many tables are in the pub? Do you know what colour the wallpaper or the decor is on the inside? Do you know what the picture is outside the pub? Where is the entrance to your local supermarket? When you walk down the street, do you know how many red houses are down with front doors, red front doors? Yeah? We walk around blinkered. We walk around with our eyes closed. We see, but we don't observe. Yeah? Now, I'm not criticizing you. This is just what happens. It happens to me. It happens to all of us. And what I'm suggesting is a way to take more care of yourself and time for yourself is to become this new person, this new Paul, this new Phil, this new Hina, by being more observant around it and doing different things, yeah, because it's all about self-care. It's all about loving yourself, and the love starts at the top here and filters through to the rest of the body. So I'm going to stop now. So my challenge for you today and for the rest of this week is I want you to do 5 things differently to what you would normally do. 5 things differently to what you would normally do. So pick a different supermarket. Walk a different route to work. If you've got a dog and you walk your dog the same circuit every single day, take your dog on a different walk, yeah? If you haven't been out for a walk for a while, get out for a walk, yeah? If you're going to work this week and you're getting the bus or the train or something, yeah? Go at a different time. Get off at a stop earlier. Sit in a different seat in a different carriage. Ooh, there's something risky, yeah. If you're going to the library or going to a coffee shop, go to a different coffee shop, go to a different library. 5 things, do them differently, and just see how you feel. And start looking around at your surroundings. Start being more observant. Start looking for, blue elephants, pink flowers, yeah? I want you to start to pique your curiosity again. I want you to start getting some stimulation going. I need you to start taking care of yourself and start with your self-love. And that self-love and that self-care starts with you becoming more you, yeah? Having more fun, taking more of an interest in life and breaking out of the rut, breaking the blinkers off and becoming more open. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and I would really love it if you did that, what I just said, yeah, that little exercise, and let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.